All right, all right. Good morning. Today is Saturday, August 17th, 2024, approximately 10:47 a.m. I wanted to bring a quick video to show something that I kind of stumbled on. Just wanted to share it. Hopefully, this won't be too long, but useful as always. So without further ado, here we go. So as you can see, I'm on for my technical analysis time frame. I'm looking at GU. And the reason I'm looking at GU is because of the full time frame continuity here, as indicated in the indicator here. As you can see, for every time frame where we're green, we're trending in the bullish direction, right? So that kind of stood out to me. And how I stumbled upon this, I was going through each of the individual currencies. So I started with DXY. I was like, let me get a sense of, from a overall perspective, how these individual currencies are trending on their own, to get an idea of, which pairs, should I be trading or looking at, which has the strongest probability of trade setups, right? So, all right, started with DXY. Take a quick look. So when you look at DXY, right, we can see clearly that DXY is trending down. When you look at the time frame continuity, across the board, right, bearish. All right, for lack of a better words, we're bearish. All right, good. That's a good sign, and it looks like we're going to be bearish for at least quite some time, right? All right. So look at that. All right, good. I got full time frame continuity on DXY. That's great. So let me look at Japanese yen. Now, when I looked at Japanese yen, I noticed something interesting. I don't have full time frame continuity, right? That's a bit choppy. So that made me think like, all right, that might not be a good thing, which is why the trade setups with UJ are a bit choppy as well. So you're getting a bit of consolidation because why? The yen is choppy. Now we know that as we can see with the dollar is full bearish, right? Across the board. But as you can see, the yen, the hourly, we're bearish, the 4 hour, we're bullish, daily, we're bullish, the weekly, we're bearish, the monthly, we're bullish. That's not full time frame continuity. So that raised my eyebrow. So I said, okay, let me go down the line. So I looked at the euro. Let's see what the euro looks like. Same thing, no full time frame continuity, right? The hour and the 4 hour are different from the daily. Now, this could change because it could be indicative of the end of the session, whatever the case may be. But right now, the euro, right, we're not showing exactly full time frame continuity. All right, so we got that. But we can see the euro is pretty bullish, as indicated by the daily, weekly, and monthly, right? The euro is pretty bullish. But again, not full time frame continuity, not like we saw on the dollar. All right, so let's go to the next one, the British pound. British pound, full time frame continuity, right? Across the board, we're looking bullish. We're not looking bullish, we are bullish. Strong bullish sign across the board, full time frame continuity. Let me go back to the dollar. So I'm bullish, full time bullish on GBP. Let me look at that USD again. Oh, full time bearish. Oh, so with that being said, let me look at GU. Ah, full time frame continuity. Why? Because the dollar is bearish across the board on all time frames, and the British pound is bullish across the board on all time frames. So this, with that being said, that makes this the strongest pair to trade right now. This would be the strongest pair to trade right now for the biggest move and the highest probability of the trade going your way, because you have full time frame continuity with the pair itself, and then the individual currencies, the dollar and the British pound, have full time frame continuity in their respective directions. So that makes this pair the strongest pair to trade at the moment. And as you can see, it's very, very bullish, very strong. And I'm going to show you my multi-time frame. When we look at my multi-time frame chart, I'll show you what that looks like, what the trade setups are going to look like here for the foreseeable next couple days. Looks really good. Looks really good. Kind of excited about it. Let's see. Let's set this back up. All right, we'll set back up here. Okay. All right. And then the other thing, here, let's go to my other chart. Let's go to my multi-time frame chart real quick. Okay. So as we look at my multi-time frame chart, so here's the hourly on GU, British pound, and the US dollar, right? So for our trade setups, or what we're looking at, right? So the first thing I'll show you is, so when we look at the monthly, and we do this, so time frame continuity kind of takes the place of what we used to call market structure. So I want to get away from the whole market structure thing because that could be too long term. Whatever the market structure is necessarily on the monthly isn't going to necessarily dictate what my trade setups are for today. So, but what I do want to know is what the monthly candle looks like, because that is what's going to affect my trade setups for today. It's what's going to affect the trade setups for the weekly, the daily, right? And then your hourly. That's where you're looking at your time frame continuity. So you get away from, looking, oh, this structure right here is bearish, and then we're bullish, structural wise. So yeah, I'm gonna put in, I'm gonna look for buys. That could have some relevance, right? But not as impactful as the monthly candle, right? That helps me to understand what the direction is for the month because I'm trading today. So I don't, yeah. So I want to know what is going to affect my trades, impact my trades today. Because we had a month, right, where we were in this structure right here, right? We had an entire month where we were pretty bearish, right? But we're looking at the structure. Oh, it's a bullish structure. Well, if you're waiting for this bullish structure to give you bullish trade setups, then you're gonna be waiting for a while because that's not what was going on back in April, right? It was bearish. So you were sitting there waiting for bullish setups when all along you probably getting ate up because it was actually bearish for the entire month, and it had been bearish for the last few months gone, right? So you were again looking at this market structure thing, right? Oh no, it's a bullish market structure. Okay, but this month though it's not. So, anyway, so I just wanted to make sure I added that tidbit why we look at time frame continuity versus market structure. Okay. And like I said, again, I like to start off with the month, weekly, daily, and then the hourly. All right. So when you look at that, right? So we know for the month, right, that GU is bullish, out of shadow of a doubt. And what is happening, what typically happens here, right? So once price broke this area right here. So this was looks like this was this was the close of the month. This was from July. Yep, this was the close. This is where price closed. This is what GU closed for the month of July, right? And as you can see, it pulled back, right? It pulled back. And then now it's starting to come back and reclaim this wick right here, the liquidity that's in this wick. That's what's going on right now. Price on GU is reclaiming the liquidity in this wick. So again, open, it pulled back a bit, right? And now it's broken beyond the closing price of last month, right? So we're going to reclaim this wick right here. That's what's happening right now. That's what's playing out, right? So it's going to reclaim this wick. Now, once it gets done with reclaiming the liquidity in this wick, more than likely now we're going to reclaim everything that's left in this wick. Okay. So for GU, the ultimate trade setup is going to look like this. If we can get in on a buy, what we can look to do is take it from here, the entry, to the top of that wick, which is going to give us 100 pips, and then to the top of the other wick, which is going to give us 200 pips. So we have a potential for a 200 pip move on GU if we play it right, right? If we play it right, we have a potential for a 200 pip move. So, all right, here's what that looks like. All right, so let's look at the weekly real quick. So when we look at the weekly, we see, remember I told you, price is reclaiming that area. See, price came down, it opened, right? For the, for July, it closed, it opened, we pulled back, right? But now we're starting to reclaim, right? We didn't for the month of August. We're now in a position to reclaim. So it took that high, that high, that high. Now we're going to that high. That's your first 100 pip move right there. That's the first 100 pip move that we're going to get right there. Boom, right? That's going to be that first 100 pip move. So what we have to do is, so we're going to go down to the daily. We're going to look at the daily real quick. And we see, right, we're approaching, as we saw, right, we're approaching that resistance level. So we're going to see what happens as price get into this resistance area, right? So the idea, though, again, looking at the higher time frames, is we're going to continue bullish for a little bit, right? We're going to claim this area here. And here's our hourly, right? So what we want to see, and this is what becomes even more significant. So when price opens up next week, what I would like to see is a move where we come down, we tap into this fair value gap first, and then we get the continuation up. Now, what we can do is we can easily put a limit order. We can put a buy limit order, right, at the high of the close of yesterday. We can put a buy limit order at the high of the close right there. But I want to, because the opening of the market, I want to let it set up a little bit, right? I'd like to see it set up a little bit. Like I said, come back, dip into this fair value gap a little, and then make its move, or what have you. So once the market opens, let's give it an opportunity to see what it does, because we have opportunities. We'll have opportunities to get in, or what have you. So again, I want to see it, pull back just a little bit into this fair value gap when the session opens on Sunday, Monday, and then give us that continuation to the upside, because at that point we know where we're going. We know where we're going to target. We know what the targets look like, for that movement to the upside. You don't want to be left out of this move. So you want to pinpoint it, get in, get in at a very, very good, at very good points. Make sure we're being careful and mindful of news, because news pretty much cancels everything out. But for right now, looking at GU and the setup, this is a really good setup if we can get in. Again, I'd really like to see a pullback. If not, what I would do is, let's say this two right here creates another two, then I would look to target the high of that two, right? I'm not going to target the high of this two just yet. Again, I want to see how price plays around once the session opens on Sunday, Monday time frame. So I thought I'd do a quick one to show real quick what I kind of stumbled upon, and kind of looking at the individual currencies and the time frame continuity and what the correlation was, to give a really, really strong setup. And like I said, when I looked at GU, it just looked really good. Like I said, I wish I was looking at this earlier in the week. I would have jumped in. I would have jumped on this. I really would have jumped on this. Let me see, how many pips did we get? So we would have targeted this high right here, right? That would have been our entry, our trigger, and we definitely would have took this, where the 134 pip move. My goodness. And then eventually, like we said, it's not even finished yet. That's going to easily be a 200 pip move right there. But we'll catch it. We'll catch it. We'll catch out 200 pips. Again, you want to enter at a good time. So we'll look for the setup on the 1 hour. And then we'll look for a good entry, to catch this 100 or so pip move. And then eventually we know it's going to move, probably going to capture 200 pips before we get, some type of pullback or something. So again, just a short, quick video to share what I was finding. So hopefully that was helpful, as always, and good luck to you.